Hello and welcome back to Everybody Loves Raiken, our weekly 5th edition live play. Last time, the party engaged with denizens of the far realm that had invaded the Underdark Mind Flayers and their thralls, defeating the 3 Mind Flayers and all of the Intellect Devourers that were before them. Risen up from the remains came the dreaded and never before heard of a brain golem named Glem. Terrifying battle ensued, and the party, now thoroughly injured and wary of its darkened surroundings, moves on to finish this fight. Moving in to attack the Elder Brain, as they were warned of by the Floomps and their current ally, the Dragonborn Ranger, Rezym Andar. Now, as that portion, the final leg of this arduous battle began, Vendar took upon himself to attack the Elder Brain alone. He was followed thereafter by Rezym, but the rest of the party is still regrouping to his location, and he is learning why it is not a good monster to solo fight. Now,
probably not the smartest move Vendar has ever done.
Vendar,
I mean, it wasn't. I was pretty screwed either way. It was like I
Given-
got up there and shot and done nothing for several turns, where it would have taken you guys to.
given that there was some crucial information missing last time that might have affected your choices, Vendar, would you like to have the attack that you missed out on?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, would you please roll me an attack? You are making this attack from grapple. Now, that does not actually affect you because you are being grappled more than 5 feet away, so you do not have disadvantage.
Hey, a crit.
Okay. Tell me the damage. Remember that you have your poison turned on.
Yep, so that's DC 19 con. So I'm dying because I have to double it all.
I was fully prepared to cheat on that, but it rolled a natural 20.
So it passed. Only takes half damage, which is still 24 dice worth of poison damage.
Make it feel the pain.
And that, I don't get sneak attack though, right? Because I didn't have any reason to.
No. No sneak attack, but still, you got
Yes.
a crit, so
2 lightning damage.
it's still good damage.
It'll be 11 points of lightning damage.
Okay, 11 points of lightning damage.
So 94 poison, so it'd be 47 poison damage.
Yeah. 45 is 90. Yeah, 47. Let's see here. Check its weakness, resistance, yada yada. Hildebrand. Okay. Takes 47 points of poison damage. Okay. Cool. Not yet bloodied. But that's a good chunk of damage. Really good roll there.
Yes, that was. I'm happy that that was a crit. That was lucky as fuck.
Okay, so from there, with that taken care of, we'll be moving back to the top of the order, which appears to be Doral, who began flying so that he could get a bead on this thing. He is going to place a fireball in there. It's going to take up this portion of the area, so miss you. Here. And it's going to roll a dexterity saving throw. going to succeed at its dexterity saving throw. It's going to be rolling a bunch of damage. 40. So it's going to take 20 points of fire damage. Because it got to avoid half of it. Okay. And from there, it becomes Laramenda's turn. Lair, you moved down the stairs, so you're currently out of sight of the creature.
Yep. So I'd like to move up so I can see things.
Okay.
And so I see Vendar is grappled.
Vendar is grappled.
Can I make it to him, to Dimension Doorway with him, or not? Since he's pulled farther away.
Yeah. I would say that with a decent acrobatics check, you can jump out there.
Okay. My acrobatics is +3, so let's see how this goes.
Remember, you can buy mulligans.
I am prepared to.
I have exactly enough for one mulligan.
That is a 17.
Okay. You leap out into the air off the top of this thing, looking around, seeing the glowing green lake below you. Pond, I guess. And it begins to rise up towards you, and you manage to stretch and reach. And thankfully, with your lanky form and a good roll, you got a pretty good leap off the side there. You're able to reach and grab a hold of part of your friend Vendar.
Okay, I say, let's get out of here. And then I Dimension Door.
Thank God.
And I want to put us basically on the like step down where I had been. I want to be out of sight of the thing, the both of us.
Do you want to be where you had been, or just anywhere around the square?
I think where I had been is probably the easiest thing just to do.
Okay.
But I have no strong feelings about it.
Alright. You suddenly find yourself out of the light of the pond, Vendar, and standing on solid ground as the slick stones of the partially constructed temple lie beneath you.
I like stretch a bit and I say like, I'm not as young as I used to be.
Thank you. I make sure that Squeakers is safe and good on me. My sweet boy.
Man, the bots are really struggling. All of Discord is struggling today.
Yeah.
But in any event, okay, anything else for your turn there, Sam?
No, I think that puts me pretty well through what I can do. I'm content there.
Okay. Then, a tentacle comes for you. With an 18 on your AC.
I am going to shield. Which will make that not hit me.
Okay.
I was like, oh god!
How much did shield add to your AC? Is it 5?
Yeah. Puts me at 21. That is my last first level spell. So the next time I shield, I get to spend a 4th level spell.
Well, I guess on the plus side, you'll be adding 8 points back to your arcane ward.
Oh right, I do get to add some more points for the shield. Not 102, I have 12.
There you go.
Cool.
Okay. Next in initiative after Lair is Jebel.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you are way over here. There's stuff
Jeb-
going on to the southeast, but you're not really aware of it.
Jebel's the air elemental.
Yeah, Jevel's.
Oh, wait a minute. What the hell? I'm sorry, I was looking at Cyrus Icon for some reason. You are right here. You are aware of everything. I think. Do air elementals have dark vision?
Senses dark vision. Yeah.
Okay,
60
cool.
feet.
God, the music is really killing me. Getting whiplash. Serious whiplash. Okay, what are you gonna do?
I am going to. The brain is in the water, slightly above the water, floating.
Yeah, it's slightly above the water, suspended on tentacles, like standing there like a cartoon octopus.
How big is it?
It's a large creature. It's as big as you are.
Would I be able to fly over and try to pick it up?
You may try. You'd have to grapple it.
Yeah. That's what I'll do.
Okay. Roll the attack.
What modifiers does a grapple attack?
You're making an athletics check.
Oh, athletics check. Okay.
It counts as one of your attacks. Well, yeah.
One second, I have to check. Experimental, that's +2. That's +7. So that's a 19 plus 7 is 26.
Okay, well, you just barely beat it. So you now have this thing grappled.
Alright. Now this says that if you're able to make multiple attacks with the attack action, the grapple attack replaces one of those. So I can slam twice. So I think I can still slam once, can't I?
I mean, normally a monster can't do what you're doing, but yeah, go for it.
That's an 18.
That will hit.
That is 5.
I am unspeakably disappointed in the bot.
Say 12 magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay, it takes it. It is bloodied.
How much of my movement did I use up to get over to grab it?
25.
Okay, so
If you're going to try and move it, you only move at half speed.
yeah, that leaves me with 65. So what's that? 30 feet.
Yeah. Effectively.
If I would I be able to carry it over to on top of the wall, round about where I was, like just straight to the right.
You could certainly try.
And that's what I'm going to try to do.
Okay, you begin to move it. You do realize that it is very difficult to move. It does seem to be grappling onto something with its tentacles. You'll want to make a strength check to overcome that.
Is it just pure strength?
You make an athletics check.
Yeah, that's not as great. That is 15.
It got a 23. So you're able to get it over to the edge, but now it is just like rigidly holding on with its tentacles.
That's fine. I think that is the end of my turn. I don't think I have anything else I can do.
Okay. Vendar, 19 to hit you.
That hits.
Yeah.
Smashes.
It just keeps rolling 12s against you.
Nice.
I figured maybe this time it would roll lower, but it didn't.
Really
Alright.
hoping I get to move before I gotta do that.
So as it gets dragged over to the edge, you really can't see what's going on, Vendar, but you do see the air elemental like go into the pool, like disappear beneath the ledge, and then kind of part of it reappear as it seems to be struggling, pulling against something beneath it, just out of your sight. And as you're watching this happen, you have an idea of what's going on, but you can't see it. You see this black tentacle slither over the edge and come at you. You do your best to dodge it, but it manages to wind around you. So you are going to be once again grappled. You are once again going to be taking 20 points of non-magical bludgeoning damage.
Can I use my evasion to half that?
Yeah, you may.
I'll only die in 2 hits then.
Did you have your evasion available for previous ones?
Probably.
Why don't you take off another 10 points? Just because probably should have thought of that, but we'll give you one of them. How about?
Okay.
Alright, so you're grappled. You evade some of the damage, but it's got a good grip on you. And after Jabebula's turn, it is your turn.
So was it able to pull me any?
No, you're just grappled where you are next to Larmendus.
Well, then I'm gonna try to ungrapple.
Okay. That is a acrobatics or athletics check.
Okay, it's 20.
20. Yes, you make the DC. You free yourself from the black tentacle.
Alright, nice. And then I run 60 feet through the water as far away as I can get from that thing.
Oh, you're gonna go this way? North?
Either way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just 5, 10, 15. So that'll use up your 30 feet, and then you've got another 30 feet. Once you get there, you're gonna move the 30?
Yep.
Okay. You are now way the hell over there. I believe that's totally, yeah. You can just see like the top edge where you had been standing earlier, and you can kind of see the head of the air elemental illuminated in green as it continues to pull against this creature down below. All right. So there. How's 25 on that shield AC?
I mean, it's more.
Okay.
It's more.
So, 20 points of non-magical bludgeoning damage, and now you get to be grappled as the tentacle that Vendar freed himself from pads around, finds you, and wraps around you.
That poor shield. It was building up so nicely again.
It was.
Is there a way I can make it so I can have shield?
The bot has entirely given up. I guess that's better. Alright. Rezym's going to shoot his arrows. Really poorly. And equally poorly. Oh, wait, this thing has crap AC. Never mind. Hold on. I'm sitting over here beside myself. I was like, wait. Well, the second one definitely hits. So, yes, they'll both hit. Hooray! Cool. So, he's going to deal... Not bad. 12, 20, plus 3, 23 points of force damage. Okay. And the second attack is going to deal 9 points of non-magical piercing damage. Alright, that's shaping up nicely. So, that's it for that, that's it for that. Raiken! You got your,
Alright.
your angry crab daughter.
Yep, I'm holding on to my crab daughter.
What you gonna do?
Can you zoom out a little bit?
No.
I am going to... There's nobody above me, right?
You mean north?
Yeah,
Nobody of import.
okay. Then I'm going to move diagonally down. What's it, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. 30 would put me one more, right? There.
Yep.
Okay. Did I see people go across the water? Like, is it so? Can I tell if it's shallow or not?
You did not see people... You did not see how they got across the water.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go down. I'll just do the 30 feet.
Okay.
Um,
If you dash, just so that you know, you can make it to the edge of the water, basically.
okay, I'll go to the edge of the water.
Okay. Boom. And anything you want to say, or bonus actions you want to take?
What do I do with Leah? I'm going to telepath. Ask you what the hell I do with Leah, who's now a crab.
Get her someplace safe.
Hold on to
Throw her
her.
in the bag of holding.
Release me.
Not that last one. Not that last one.
I'm giving Leah inspiration. That was
Yeah.
great.
There's nowhere safe to put her.
Throw her in the bag of holding.
Is that safe? Is there enough oxygen in there?
Given that you
Plenty
have,
enough for the fight.
given that you
Rowan was
have,
in there.
given that you have owned a bag of holding for some time now, and the whole party has at this point, you are all aware that the bag of holding does contain about 10 minutes worth of oxygen.
For a medium creature. So I mean, a
Yes.
crab, they're golden.
I mean, I guess the question becomes, do crabs breathe air, or are they gill breathers?
They do. I looked at it. Says in the book actually they are
Amphibious?
amphibious. Yeah.
Okay. Then,
Okay. Well, I can't do anything because I dashed, so I'll just go
you,
with that
you
information.
think about putting her in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Okay. After Raiken, it does become Crablia.
We'll try to escape again.
Okay.
Well, you put me in the bag of holding right now.
Not yet.
Okay, yeah, good.
I wasn't able to this turn.
Because else I would not be able to do anything. But yeah, I will try.
Just pinch the shit out of his stuff once you're in there.
Find every bag and stuff, everything that every container,
Well-
and just snip it.
Pinch the bag of
That's-
holding
that's not-
while you're being grappled by him.
And just
Puncture
fall in
it.
it.
Alright.
He tries to put you in, suddenly his whole bag explodes.
Alright. Leah.
There's no point in rolling, Raiken. I got a 2 on the die, so...
The inspiration. Alright. If that's the end for Leah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cyrus, you're up.
Alright. Just so I am acting accordingly, could you show me how far I can see?
You can see... out to 60 feet, so you can just barely see your father floating around up above.
Okay.
You know, that kind man who zapped you.
And to my knowledge, there is a glow, so I am aware of the structure.
You're aware of the structure because the upper edge of it is illuminated by a green glow, so it's sort of like silhouetted shadow to you.
Alright, then I'm going to move 25 feet in this direction diagonally, like left and down.
You want to be right below this illithid corpse?
Sure.
Okay. And I guess you could also just be like right in line with him, but...
It doesn't super matter.
Yeah. Alright, 25 feet. Then what?
Now that I should be able to see the wall from my understanding.
Doop-a-doo. It is within your 60 feet of dark vision now.
How tall is it?
It starts down at water level and it rises like a staircase up about 10 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna say I've had it with this fight, but if you want to go, by all means, and I'll cast Wall of Stone to try and make a ramp between the land and the top of the wall.
Okay, I mean, sure. You can just make like a straight platform. If you wanted, that would lead, because like I said, it's like a staircase, basically. But it's up to you. If you want to make it a ramp.
I don't particularly care the shape, I just want to make sure that they have some, like the non-magic, walkie people over here have some way of getting up there.
Sure, let's put that down.
Not having to wade through the water. Scared of a little mud.
Why wouldn't they want to do that?
Alright. And I will mark off the slot, and I am now concentrating.
Alright. So, if you do that, it's basically like a bridge over there. You just walk straight across the surface of the water and then up the stairs. That's 2 10x10 squares.
Okay. Something. I guess I.
I don't think there's any requirement to use all of your 10x10 squares unless you really
Yeah,
want to.
there's. No, I might put up like a little bit of like. Try and offset it so that there's at least a little bit of railing on the sides so they don't get knocked off easily.
Sure. I mean, you could even just like put your 10x10s up.
Ooh, actually, better
so
idea.
it's all walled in.
Better idea, just in case. I'm going to, if I can, I'd like to also make a ramp down from the water back up in case somebody gets knocked in there.
I mean, you can't see into there if you were talking about in here.
Right.
I can't. I don't know how you'd be placed.
No, not in there, but I meant from the water out here, like in case somebody got knocked off the bridge and into the like moat.
Oh, okay, yeah. I guess I'll represent that like this. And we'll just say that goes into the water.
Good enough for me. Alright, I'll call it there.
Okay.
Any extras probably just got doubled up to give it extra sturdiness.
Next after... Nope, okay. Next after Cyrus is Yukikaze. You're here.
Who that?
You.
I don't know who Yukikaze is.
Oh.
I will just move forward. I see Cyrus make this shiny new ramp. I will walk up to the ramp. Well,
Okay.
I won't walk up to the ramp, but I'll
Alright, so with 30, that gets you here. You can dash if you wish, and that would get you to the end of the bridge.
No. I want to be.
The very best.
Like no one ever was.
So the starting point where I was,
Yeah.
right where you had there.
Yeah.
Just drop down 1, and then 2, toward the boss,
Okay.
or 3 toward the boss. Yeah,
Onto the bridge.
not gonna quite rush over there yet.
I mean, just so that you're fully aware, even if you're, here, there's still a 10-foot tall staircase in front of you, completely blocking your view of the boss.
Yeah, you don't actually know where it is, other than Jubble's head sticking up. And
Yeah, like this bridge that you're walking across is totally flat, and then there's a building rising up, so there's still this area where you don't have visibility, but it doesn't have visibility to you. So if you want to get closer, you can.
Okay, all right. I didn't know if I'd be getting too close. Well, I honestly don't know if I was too close. So
Okay. So the
alright.
whole square structure on the map here is a set of stairs rising out of the water toward the middle, like a pyramid.
Yeah, I got that from before. I just wasn't sure. Kind of meditating a little bit because I know the boss is in there. Don't want to get too close right away. So I find that acceptable. I agree. We'll leave it at that. I guess I will also take the dodge action because I don't know what's around me. And I'll end my turn.
Okay. Alright. Then it finally becomes Das Elder Brain. Das Elder Brain. Awareness of everything around him. Yet. Right. Nope. Okay. I believe it's going to begin casting a spell.
I cannot see it, so I cannot do anything.
And I certainly can't see it.
There is one person. Well, there's three people who can see it. Rebel, I don't think, can do anything about it because he's shapeshifted.
I think I've already used up my charge.
Mm-hmm. Which leaves Doral. Derek, high or low?
Low.
It was high.
Dang.
Doral will not be counterspelling it. Alright.
If he doesn't counterspell it and then gets dispelled, I'm gonna laugh.
The Elder Brain is going to wave its tentacles, and you're going to hear this slurpy, slithery sound in your minds. And, suddenly the weight in your arms, Jebel, disappears.
So you cut out there for a second for me. All the last thing I heard was something about hearing a slurpy sound.
You become aware that the thing is casting a spell, and then it vanishes. It is no longer in your arms.
Okay.
The last thing that you all hear in your minds as it vanishes is...
This world is ripe for our taking. I shall return with more of my children.
What a wuss.
And with that, it is gone. Initiative is over.
Where is it? Jumble, did you see? Did anyone catch if it got a glimpse of it or if it's really gone? That's not good.
Aeromantle just seems to be looking around. I can't see it.
Lara Mendes! If that thing was cast the magic, how far could it probably get away?
If it cast a spell, it depends on the spell. For example, if it had Misty Stepped, it would have been able to go 30 feet.
If it has teleport, it can go anywhere in the plane of existence.
It's about the range.
So, with initiative over, where is everyone moving to? Time returns to flowing at a normal pace. And you feel that dark, oppressive presence that had been lingering in the shadows of the cave dissipate. You feel more as though you are just in a dark, spooky cave, as opposed to a dark, spooky, inhabited cave.
I'm going to go over to Rezym.
Okay.
Is Leah still all?
Leah's still a crab.
Is she still mind controlled?
Yeah, I'm going to head down towards Raiken.
That is a question for Leah.
Yeah, I mean,
That is
am
an
I in the
in-character question.
am I in the bag of holding?
That is a
He
question.
hadn't put you in there yet.
The right.
Oh, and that.
Sorry. What were you going to say, Leah?
What happened? Where am I?
I don't
Why
remember
crap?
what happened.
Question. If she's a crab, can she talk? Because I don't recall being able to talk when I was a frog,
Yeah, but
except
she's
a jabble.
connected to the. She's still connected to the.
I thought it was still even you talk
to
crab
the
and
telepathy.
mental also.
I don't care what it is either way. I just want to make sure I understand.
I mean, she had been talking via the bond. When you had been crabbed, you had lost the bond by virtue of your lost intellect, and so we're no longer connected to it as an animal.
So it has to be so you have to have a certain intelligence to be affected by the bond or something?
Yeah.
Interesting.
No dumb people in the bond.
So she just suddenly no longer in the bond.
The intellect requirement is like 3.
I think it's 4.
Something 4.
Yeah.
Should we have them
the
roll?
intellect of a crab.
Roll?
Should we do a bluff insight roll?
Yeah.
Welp.
Gotta put some points in bluff. Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's that's right. It's not bluff anymore. It's deception.
What you got there, Raiken, for insight?
Oh well, that's a 26.
With the smites.
Damn.
Surprisingly insightful.
Yeah, I'm a little ticked though. I wasted my 20 on that though.
It seems like a reasonable use of a 20.
So,
I mean, to be fair, my passive insight is 16.
what is the feeling he's getting from what you're saying then? Does he feel like you're telling the truth?
Unless I use my inspiration, then yeah, absolutely. And it wouldn't matter what he rolled.
I mean, are you using your inspiration?
I
Do you have that point?
do have that point. I have to think about how I want to play this. Yeah, I want to use. Okay, that didn't do much. So it's a 4.
How do you...
You beat a 4, right?
I got a 26.
Yeah.
It's a charisma skill.
Yeah, and
Charisma of a crab, you know.
yep, I am a crab. Which has a charisma -4.
Yeah, no one likes
If I was
crabs.
using my skills, the first roll, which was a 3 on the die, would be 13. So Leah has amazing deception, but a crab it does not. And yeah, you get the feeling that Leah is full of shit.
Okay. Yeah, no, she's not she's not unmind controlled.
That's not good. Maybe if we cast protection against good and evil on her.
Doral had said that he would be able to restore them, which was the discussion when we tried to knock out both Cyrus and Leah and determine what had happened.
Okay. So, what are you over there saying to Rezym?
I wasn't sure if we wanted to finish handling stuff with Leah, so I go over to Rezym and I say, you had said that there was something that we needed to do. And also, do you have any idea where it would have gone?
If you're asking Rezym,
Yeah.
he's going to be carefully unstringing his bow, and then he's going to be scratching his chin and looking into the pool. It will flee back to its home, to rally forces and return in force.
So we're probably good for a good while.
Poof,
Oh.
reappears.
Oh, actually, I'm a good distance from them. Never mind. I couldn't hear them from there, could I?
I mean, you're not that
You're like-
far from us.
Yeah, you're like 15 feet away.
Okay, that's not too bad. All right. So
Well,
well-
I would not think to know how much time we have until this thing returns, but we can certainly make things easier on ourselves by destroying whatever portal they've been using.
Okay, so the portal is still here.
Yes, I must just locate it and unsettle it, as it were. I have the tools to do so, so if you'll excuse me, I must go find it. Do not go near this pool.
Do you need any assistance, or something? I can come and help if you need it.
No. It's appreciated, but I can take care of this.
Why should we not go near the pool? I take a step away from it as I ask this.
The pool is how it makes more of its kind once it gets here.
Can we destroy it?
Cyrus is gonna interrupt via telepathic bond because he can't hear you guys. Could somebody tell Hikaze to get off the bridge? I'd like to stop concentrating.
I will say with the telepathic bond, I mean, you could approach him and ask.
He's
And then-
over there. We're closer.
And then I will call down to Yukikaze and say, Cyrus was hoping that you could no longer be on the wall of stone so that he might stop concentration without dropping you into the water.
Oh, he has to concentrate to keep this up?
And I'm gonna count to 12 and let go of concentration regardless of if he moves.
So as you stand upon it, it begins to crumble and disappear.
I will hop off as soon as I see it start crumbling.
Mm-hmm.
How does it make more of it via the pool?
It's like, parasite. Small creature gets inside and changes things until you are one of them. It's not pretty. The pool contains many, many parasites.
We kill him?
Vendar had been in the pool. Is there something that we need to do?
Oh, we wreck on that.
Oh,
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 no.
right. Because if you didn't break the grapple first,
Yeah, I shot instead
Then-
of breaking
then
the
you didn't
grapple.
fall
So
into
yeah,
the
so
water.
I,
Okay.
You have still touched the water. You just didn't get as bodily into the water as you were.
Mhm.
He likely is infected, and you should kill him.
is there any way to be certain before killing him?
Hmm. I suppose ask him how he feels. And hope he is not lying.
Wait, doesn't Raiken have a circle thingy that makes sure people can't lie?
I had it prepared. I haven't needed to have it prepared.
Useless. I'm just kidding.
See to your wounded. I will see to the portal. I shall return.
How do we get down from here? There's water over there. I guess I will wander until I find a way down.
The staircase you jumped up from?
just wade through the water.
Yeah, Rezym just like shakes his head, holds his hand up, just swim.
But I'm tired. I guess I was. I'll sigh, and then I will mosey on back to the group on the shore. Get away from the ugly pool, or the weird pool.
Before he steps away from me, I'll say I'm most interested in the magic that was being done via this portal. May I follow you to observe it? and observe its destruction. I can speak, I swear.
I would prefer this knowledge does not get out. There are those on this side who would invite such creatures.
Would it not be beneficial to have the knowledge of how to destroy these things more known?
Very well. I think you will find it less intriguing than you hope, but if you insist, you can follow me.
I do so.
Alright. Doral touches down and says, well, that was a thing.
Yeah, for it, Doral's the one that sucks me, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad none of those got their grubby hands on me.
Grubby hands. Speaking of grubby hands, he's going to just drift through the air across the water.
Dukas is going to sigh, then swim across the water.
Sploosh, 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 sploosh. It's cold.
And then I'm going to plop onto the shore and lay down. And be like, Raiken, if you got any heals, I could use some. And then stay laying on the ground.
Alright, Jebel, what are you gonna do?
I said that I wanted to be down by Raiken.
Okay. You're over by Raiken. Do you want to remain an air elemental?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay in the park.
And Doral will plop down, and shortly thereafter, Raiken will splash out of the murky green water. And Doral will say, so, what's the situation?
Apparently, Leah is still possessed.
Can you keep her still if you return her to her normal form?
I grapple pretty well.
He's got magic.
True.
How about another round of shock therapy?
I need to be preparing to cast another spell. One that's
I can
going
do
to
it.
hurt.
Let's see. I could use. Well, guaranteed success, but I could try to cast Hold Person.
I haven't dealt much with these creatures, but I've kept my ear to the ground. What about what the ranger said? Protection. From...
What, protection from good and evil?
Yeah.
That's not going to stop her from moving.
No, but it kept you from being infested. You remember when it tried to get you during the fight? It seemed to phase out.
Yes, that was also before it infected me, though. I'm not sure how it will do against something that has already been infected.
Why not give it a try?
Yes, I guess so. Should be able to do it. I can't remember what protection.
It's a first level spell.
Okay. And Yeah, I guess I will cast it as my last first level spell slot.
Okay.
I'll just have to remember to mark it.
Alright, so you cast Protection from Evil and Good on the crab. A silvery divine aura surrounds this crustacean, and for a bare moment, the span of a held breath, nothing happens, and then suddenly you see, poof, this thing appears next to you. Now, Leah, I'll give you one action. One combat round, basically. What do you want to do? Move. Let me give you this.
Oh, you let... Okay. Didn't expect you to let me control it. Okay,
No.
yeah, okay.
These are the people
well,
around you.
And it goes first, so, okay.
As this thing appears next to you, Doral's gonna say, "Ha! That worked! Quick, destroy the crab."
Okay. I'm gonna try Devour Intellect, I guess, on... let's take a look at the battlefield, because it has 10 feet.
Hi, Cyrus.
Yeah, Cyrus is within that. But I'm just gonna try. Fuck, let's try Doral. He's close enough.
Okay.
So we have an intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, he very easily makes it.
Yeah, I assumed as much, but I don't know. I was gonna try. Also failure. Roll 3d6 with the total equal.
It does nothing if he succeeds.
Yeah, you're right. It does nothing if it succeeds.
So, what would you like to do with your move? Anything?
Yeah, I guess it's gonna try running. Am I in the water?
No.
Well, then it's gonna try running to the water.
Okay. So you plunk into the water. Are you gonna move further than that?
Yeah, it's gonna move his full speed deeper into the water.
Okay. Raiken, you've been told by Doral to destroy the crab in your hand, which you know would restore your daughter's body. You do also know that this creature is running into the water to get away. Are you going to try to destroy the crab, or are you going to attack the intellect devourer?
I want to ask why I be destroying the crab if that's Leah.
Because I need to put her brain back. No hurry.
I mean, since
I need an answer. It's one or the other.
back in the way. Okay, yes. The crab.
The crab. Okay. Then you are able to move out into the water. Alright. You destroy the crab. Poof. Returning Leah. Doral is going to quickly cast a spell. You're going to see a a set of gestures that you don't recognize, and you're going to feel the hum of power as his hands begin to glow like purest white. And he's going to reach out and grasp Leah's shoulders, and he's going to begin whispering. And after a moment, this white light from his hands is going to transfer to Leah, and you're going to see her begin to glow as well. You're going to feel the thrum of power. You can see the scrubby grasses beneath you actually waving and being pushed down by the power that's being exuded by these two. You feel yourselves around them kind of being pushed back by it. And Leah, you're going to regain consciousness in your body.
Like slowly or like a snap?
Like coming out of a dream, a haze.
Okay.
Okay, what do you want to know?
I want to know what the consequences are when you do not replicate a spell.
Oh, yeah, that's always a fun one. So... the stress of casting this spell to produce any... do you want me to type it out to you, or can I just read it?
Please read it.
Okay. The stress of casting this spell to produce any effect other than duplicating another spell weakens you. After enduring that stress, each time you cast a spell until you finish a long rest, you take 1d10 necrotic damage per level of that spell. This damage can't be reduced or prevented in any way. In addition, your strength drops to 3, if it isn't 3 or lower already, for 2d4 days. For each of those days that you spend resting and doing nothing more than light activity, your remaining recovery time decreases by 2 days. Finally, there is a 33% chance that you are unable to cast Wish ever again if you suffer this stress.
Okay.
So, Doral can't cast a spell.
Nope.
If he fails it, can I buy him a mulligan?
Mulligans work on
So
D20s. This is a D100.
I think that does only happen if Doral casts a spell. So, before finishing a long rest is when the
I don't think so. It just says when you like if you suffer this stress. It says like the stress of casting a spell.
In any event, you're going to see the light transfer from him. There is an explosion of power that pushes all of you back and down. And then you are going to see his knees buckle, and he's going to fall to one knee and letting one hand trail down, so he's just gripping Leah's sleeve. And he seems to breathe heavily, staring at the ground.
It is done. She should recover.
Leah's going to lose balance and drop onto the ground with him. What? What's going on?
Yeah. With us.
She's gonna grab a hold of her head and start trembling.
Do you do anything, Raiken?
I didn't hear an answer to my question of, are you back with us?
She didn't answer it. She grabbed her head and began trembling.
I said, Raiken, I guess we'll kneel down and put a hand on her shoulder.
And she's gonna startle by it and move backwards and look at you with wide eyes. What? Hey, combat, what happened?
You got your brain ate.
What?
Actually, I think it's spread legs and walked off.
I guess Vendar had come over to the group. You hadn't declared it, so I didn't know, but do you want to be over here?
I would like to be over there rather
Okay.
than off on my own in the dark.
You're over here now. Continue.
You were possessed.
No, he said 8.
I mean, if your brain was eaten, you'd have no brain.
I mean, they're called intellect devourers. They look like brains.
I'm so confused.
You're better now. We won.
I remember we were fighting these things. Illithid. Where are they?
We killed them all. Except for the one that, like, ran away to its own dimension.
How long was I gone?
Like,
Half
30
a minute.
seconds.
And the big brain we were trying to find?
Yeah, it ran away. That's the one that ran away.
Vanished.
Yeah,
Said
it
it was
teleported
going to
back
bring
up on Rome.
more force.
Yes,
Unfortunately,
leaving us with the threat that it was going to come back with a lot more.
When Doral cast that spell, did that intellect of our actually appear next to her?
Yeah, and it ran off in the water.
It didn't. It appeared next to her when Raiken cast a spell.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
And when it ran off, Raiken had to choose if he was going to do as Doral said or attack it before it ran away, and he chose to do what Doral said, so it ran away.
At this point, Chapel was, are we going to kill that thing? I think we should probably kill that thing.
Can you still see it? I lost track.
Yeah, it'd be pretty well gone at this point. You have 60 feet of dark vision there, Jebel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look over at Doral next to me.
So you'd be, like, basically, you'd be aware that it, like, hit the wall over here and then just started traveling right. Then it went outside, before it went outside your view. Doral is breathing heavily and, clutching his left shoulder with his right hand. He's now seated on the ground. Feeling better, little lady?
I'm confused, scared.
I think we earned a rest.
I think that's a reasonable response.
You don't look well.
I'll be okay in a few days.
What happened?
They brought you back.
There's only one way to save a person who is afflicted the way you were. It takes powerful magic. None of your friends have it.
You did it still?
Kinda want you guys to succeed.
Then I owe you my life.
A lot of people do.
So am I aware of the parasites?
Are you aware of the parasites? Well, you know that you felt some stuff in your clothes when you were dipped in the water while you were being held. You don't seem to be aware of them now.
I'll make sure that there's none in there. That Squeakers is good and that I don't got anything on me.
Okay. Are you going to strip down?
Yeah.
Okay. You strip naked.
I'll leave my underwear on.
Vendor, why are you stripping?
Man, there are things in there. I don't want. They were on me. Want to make sure they're not still on me.
Well, don't bring them over here.
As you begin removing clothing, and, like, shaking it out and patting it down and, like, checking your body, you do find a creature that resembles a leech.
Yeah.
And as you hold it up to examine it, you see it, like, turns its nematode-like face towards you, and as it, opens what would, normally not really be much of a mouth, you see this, like, rows of teeth extend toward you.
Yeah. I cut it with a dagger.
You cut it with the dagger. It hisses, louder than such a small creature should be able to, and it writhes for several moments before falling still.
Then I'm gonna huck it into a rock.
I'd burn it.
It was actually Squeakers transformed into a monster.
You do see that Squeakers is sniffing through your clothes and comes out with one in his mouth.
Good job, Squeaker. I'm gonna take it and stab it too.
You do so.
Oh, these things are nasty. Suppose anybody else has a way to, like, make new clothes.
Nope.
No, I don't have that ability.
Can someone at least prestidigitate these things?
I mean, do you want to be sure there's nothing else in them?
Yes, I want to make sure that there are no fucking slime leech things in them.
Okay, then I'll cast Prestidigitation and light his clothes on fire.
Yeah.
You better fix those.
I mean, they are wet from swimming, so the fire does not seem to be catching.
Alright. I try. If he wants to stamp them out, he can. But I make my point.
Yeah, I'm going to move over towards Vendar and just get him to, like, raise his arms up and turn around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just look to see if he's got any of these things hanging on him anywhere.
Are you going to use a light source?
I can't do anything as an elemental. So
You can communicate.
what's the light source for?
Well, you're in the dark and you're trying to perceive, so even with dark vision you have disadvantage.
Right. And I will revert to gnome form.
Okay.
And I'll cast Produce Flame so that I have bright light.
Okay, so you're just holding a ball of fire in your hand?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to comply and do the spin, pretty much naked, Vendar?
Yeah.
Okay. He spins, and, I want you to roll me a perception check.
Oh, you son of a bitch. That's a 10.
A 10. Yeah, you don't see anything. seems clean.
Well, if I'm clean,
Of
and
course,
I
he's
make
still wearing his underwear.
I make sure that there's nothing in my underwear.
Wouldn't you know it? You find one. Yeah. You are startled as you find one in there, and it kind of like flies up out of your hand. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, Vendar.
Well, I'm good at those. It's a 27.
27, okay. So as this thing, you go, ah! And it flies out of your hand, sort of like straight up in front of you as you were really hoping not to find anything in your underpants. You see it like rotate midair towards you, and that same thing as before, it like opens up its mouth and these rows of teeth come out, and then these tendrils fly toward your face. And you literally, like Neo, bend over backwards to avoid them. A miss, and it plops to the ground near you and begins crawling toward you.
I immediately stab it.
I'm going to throw this flame at it too.
Okay. You stab it with your dagger as the produced flame just washes over it and burns it to a crisp.
I'm gonna just get some distance from Vendar.
And then I will use the light source to thoroughly check every possible crevice in my clothing,
Okay.
every pocket, every anything, and I'll reach into my bag of holding and search for mind flayer slugs.
Okay. Can you roll an investigation check for me?
Let's see. Okay, it's 19.
Okay. You find 19 of these things.
Jesus fuck!
You destroy all of them.
Can we please go back to Plan A?
I found 19 of them
Yeah.
in my bag of holding, or just in everywhere.
Scattered.
Again, I vote Plan A. It's the only way to be sure.
They were
But my clothes.
They were in folds of clothing. They were like in the sheath for your dagger. They were in the around the fold edge of the bag of holding.
Do you want to be clothed, or do you want to live?
Were there any in the bag of holding?
You never opened the bag of holding, and it's a magic item, so I'm gonna say, like, unless an effort is made to open it, it's generally things don't leak into it. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
You try summoning, brain slug or whatever to the top of the bag of holding, and nothing appears.
So what about my armor?
Yeah,
Is there any way to clean it without destroying it?
In the fires of Mount Doom.
Well, don't know about the armor. Larmindus, can your new hut thing make clothes?
Do you say that, or do you telepath it?
I telepath it because I don't see you.
I wanted to say there is no response. Larmindus will telepath. There will be clothes, comfortable clothes within it. If anything created inside of the mansion is brought out, it disappears. Why do we need new clothes?
I'm infested.
3 more Vendars.
Accurate.
I've been looking through my fucking clothes, and I found like 20 goddamn brain slugs.
That's a lot of brain slugs.
I know. They're everywhere.
Is there anything else that we can do to identify them?
I wasn't there for that, so never mind. I'll keep my mouth shut.
I don't know. Maybe, what's the other guy's name?
Rezym?
Rezym. Maybe Rezym knows. Or they're also
He
apparently,
suggested killing you just to be sure.
well, I don't like that plan.
I think my guess is that that will remain his plan.
So,
I still got Revivify.
I don't know. Can you detect anything from all of them that are inside the water in there? Because that's where they came from.
If they're magic, I can detect magic. I can use divination to determine if there are any within 5 feet of any of us. If we go to not near the thing.
Well, that should work. Come over next to me in my clothes and see if there's anyone within 5 feet of me.
How goes our investigation for the portal?
You've been gone for, about 10 minutes. He did locate the portal, and he is now examining its structure to determine the best way to disassemble it.
Cool.
You're busy.
Can we wait maybe 15 minutes?
I'd rather not.
Well, is there anything you can do in the meantime? We traveled quite a bit to find the portal, so it would take time.
Fine, get here as soon as you can. I'll spend the next 15 minutes searching through my fucking clothes, see if I can find any.
These things are like ticks, man. They're everywhere.
It will also take time to cast the divination spell. Or not divination, commune.
Sure.
Let's uses the correct name of the spell.
Think that we have carried this to a reasonable point. Very funny, thank you. Vendar, have an inspiration point.
Okay.
I want to jump back over to the thing going on with Leah and her father. I don't feel like we finished that. So the last thing was Doral said, I want you to succeed, and you'd said, I owe you my life, and he said, rather smugly, a lot of people do.
So what actually happened to me? Vendar says something about eating a brain.
You got taken over by a brain puppy.
The proper name for those creatures is intellect devourer, as they eat the brains of sentient creatures, and then they take control of the body. That happened to you.
So my brain was gone?
Completely. I brought it back by means of a very powerful spell. That is not something I can do again anytime soon.
Hey, D&D Beyond's loading again for me.
Yay.
It never stopped for me, but okay. Brought it. So is it even the same brain then? Am I even the same Leah?
Yes, more or less. The wording was to return your brain to you, so the magic likely would have recreated it faithfully. Rest, though.
I don't remember anything since we started fighting.
Unfortunately, we were rather outnumbered by a number of creatures that could do a number of very unseemly things. There was a fray, and several things happened during the fracas. I don't believe you'll have any lingering effects. At least the creature is gone.
So is some of my spells, I think. What did he do? Like, what did I do? Did I hurt anyone?
Nothing that can't be fixed, my dear.
Yeah. Luckily, we were able to turn you into a crab before you really did much damage.
A crab?
Yep.
I assume that's Jebel.
That was Jebel, and then I held
That was
on to
me.
you for the rest of the battle.
I didn't pinch you, did I?
Oh no. You tried putting up a fight to escape, but well, you know your dad. Too strong.
I hope you didn't put me anywhere.
No, just held on to you, that was it.
Okay. I feel tired.
I think we're all pretty tired. A lot of us got hurt pretty bad. I think a lot of us could use some rest after this.
I'm gonna crawl closer to Raiken. And I try to wrap around him.
So tiny beside you, all huddled up like that, begins clinging to the sabaton of your armor.
Raiken will wrap his arms around her and pick her up.
Balled up in Raiken's arms like a kitten.
Why does all these bad things have to happen?
Oh, no, there fortunately has to be bad things so that there can be good things.
Why could I never have a normal life?
Well, I mean, you're traveling with us, so you're not going to get much of a normal life.
Even before that, why can't I just have a family, just go to school, do normal girl things? Not fight monsters, zombies, leeches, brain-sucking brain things.
Yeah. I'm sorry that you didn't get that life. But I'll try my best in the future to try to give you whatever I can.
Doral's going to struggle to his feet in front of you, and he's going to reach up a gloved hand towards you, Leah, and say, "Oh, there are those in this world who are burdened with purpose. We don't get to live a normal life, but, well, I for one take solace in the fact that the strange things I have to deal with on the regular means that there are others in the world who don't have to deal with them. It's a lot to ask of one so young.
Trying my tears. Your son isn't much older, is he? How was his life as a kid?
He looks over at Cyrus. And you see this little smirk, this smile, and across his face. Says, the boy was a lazy waste of space. Luckily, I whipped him into shape.
Oh, come on! I worked hard!
You worked very hard. Of course, it was just so you didn't explode.
Hey, proper motivation helps.
That thing has been with him his entire life?
Yeah. Comes to territory.
The closer you are to the source of magic in your bloodline, the earlier latent powers stop being latent.
Is that why you left?
I left when he was ready, and I had things I had to do.
So how exactly did you have him? Did you just bone his mom while you were in human form?
Dude! Come on! No,
Halfling form, and she enjoyed every minute of it.
I leave and I go find a rock somewhere to just hide behind.
You hear you guys chuckling.
I'm sure she did.
Yeah,
And it wasn't just about the boning, there was a lot of romance, too. Here, look at this. You like...
Leah, don't listen to this, Leah.
Yeah, no, I already hid my face. try to hide the blush.
He walks over to you, like, pulling open his jacket. He pulls out, like, a really old piece of parchment that he unfolds. It, like, crinkles and cracks as he opens it. And you see, like, this sketch. Rather nice. A charcoal drawing of a naked halfling on a couch.
Oh god.
Yeah, Raiken makes sure Leah can't, like, turn her face to
Quite the romantic. Gotta
Proper
teach me your tricks.
Oh. They come with age and experience. I'm sure in the next couple thousand years you'll have mastered them like I have.
I got a bit less time to do it.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright.
I've had some good experience, though.
Crash course, soon as you save the world.
Looking forward to it.
Alright, I'm going to skip over to Laramendus and say, what you find as you search through the dark. You head off in a southwesterly direction with Rezym, who continues to mumble about the job. He still seems a bit stuck on the fact that he got attacked by your sorcerer. But you do eventually find an area that has been artificially flattened, and scattered about it are these very square rocks that have been arranged, some stacked, others spread around, in concentric rings. And over them, there seems to be these glyphs. Arcane runes pulsing in purple, going dim to almost no light, and then coming to the brightness of a candle.
Mm-hmm.
And he spent the last several minutes studying their formation. You do see him pull a journal and start taking notes. He says, "All right. Now, it should be normally as simple as remove stones. Then, magic circle does not work anymore, yes? Positioning is everything. This is carefully laid out. However, they are protected. Once they have been placed like this and they are powered with magic now, it cannot be moved so easy.
You'll think, ah, this looks like light stone, maybe 5 pounds, I pick it up. No, it's not going to work now. Must find linchpin stone and attack that. Force arrow, very useful. Second option, slightly more dangerous to me. I can take the stone in hand. Normally cannot move it, however, could take it with me into ethereal plane, and then it is disrupted. However, that could be explosive. We try force arrow first.
That seems reasonable.
He's going to, like, wave you back with his hands. He, like, comes towards you.
I back up.
He's going to take his bow out and restring it very quickly. He's going to draw an arrow from his quiver, and as he releases it, you're going to see it turn into a bolt of force, just like one of your magic missiles, and strike the stone. You're going to see purple sparks exude from it, but the stone does not move. They have had time to set this up properly. Very well. You are prepared to help if things go, pumpkin shape, yes?
In what way would they go pumpkin-shaped?
Explosion. Explosion is shaped like pumpkin. Round, big, orange.
I was merely asking if something would be summoned here, I could put up a private sanctum, barring any kind of teleportation into the area, as we did that. But if it's just explosive, then I can attempt to help with things, I suppose.
These creatures are careful. They usually will wait until they know other side is safe, ready for them. That is why nothing has come through now. This was, he kind of gestures vaguely in the direction of where the fight was. Your reconnaissance and preparation. They were making area ready for bigger force, but was not ready yet. You understand meaning?
I believe so.
Okay. So, now we have interrupted, yes? So they know is not safe. Also, Elder Brain escaped. So they know they will have... He will return home. She, it, that. It goes home. And it will say, he's not safe. So they will prepare. And then they will come here to this, if it's available, in force. We are going to make not available.
That seems reasonable.
Alright. Stand there. He gestures a space 10 feet further back from where you are.
Okay, I stand there.
Now, things might become pumpkin, and I will need healing.
I cannot heal, but I can assist in getting you back to my companions who can.
That is what I need. Alright. He, like, walks over into the circle of stones, and very Indiana Jones seems to, like, squat down next to the one he wants and, like, wiggle his fingers, preparing to move it. And at the last moment, you just see him, like, gently moving his hand in a fluid motion toward it, and then he and the stone both disappear. And then there is a large purple explosion. It ends literally 5 feet in front of you.
Oh dear.
And about 6 seconds later, he steps next to you out of nothing. And he's holding this blackened rock in his hands, and you can see that he is covered in ash. He's just, oh, okay. He drops it, and it literally, as it hits the ground, it crumbles to dust. I never like doing it that way.
Is it frequent that you have to do it that way, as opposed to the more comfortable way?
This is third time I have had to do it that way.
Out of...
4 times.
I'm sorry. I give him, like, I put my arm around to try and help him walk.
That works, Vendar. Okay.
Sorry.
you can hear the whirring of his mechanical leg as you help him back toward the group. Oh, okay, job's done.
Larry, you're finally here.
Yes, I take it people have, well, it looks like people have not been staying away from you and your clothes.
He's naked! He's naked, and every now you see, an ominous glow from the clothing on the ground that is all strewn about. That, like, flares up and then dies down.
I have a quick question. I had sent you a message.
Yes.
And I was wondering if that would have applied for when he was distracted by a certain piece of parchment.
Yeah, that's what this glow that's flaring up and going away is.
Alright, making sure.
Mm-hmm.
Did you burn my fucking clothes again?
He's certainly been trying.
Okay. Rezym here was in the center of a minor explosion as part of disrupting the portal, and if anyone would be able to assist him in healing, that would be, I'm sure, appreciated by him.
So is magical, is something that is magical, is it, that means it won't break, right?
It could certainly be broken. What level of effort are you asking about?
Well, I mean,
even artifacts.
Could I throw
can
it
be
into a
destroyed?
fire? Could I throw it into a fire and would it not burn? Or would that destroy it?
That depends on the item in question. It sounds like you probably have something.
My
specific
studded
in
leather
mind.
armor. My magical studded leather armor. That is now covered in fucking parasites that I can't find all of them.
Magic armor should be safe from just basic fire. Unless it was forged in something special. This is how you unmake it. But, do not mind me, I am just thinking out loud.
I mean, it was forged with residuum, like, not long ago. I'm
What?
sure you don't know what that is, but...
I do not.
We personally forged it not long ago.
This is incredible.
Yes, it is. We're pretty awesome.
Oh.
I am associated with a very skilled artificer.
Rezym is certain your lives are very interesting, but I think perhaps sleep?
First, parasite cleaning.
So you, we are burning all of your everything, and I am using commune to determine if you yourself have been infected.
If only Rezym had a way to sense these aberrations. I would do so in a heartbeat.
When Laramentis mentioned the thing about the explosion and asking, Jebel would walk over and just casting Cure Wounds on Rezym.
So now magical lightning doesn't work like regular lightning, right? It doesn't conduct through water.
Yeah, weird that.
He gets
So
13.
your armor would very likely be safe, and we could be keeping a close eye on it to see if it began to be harmed. And
okay, well that's good.
Thank you
Does
very
anybody
much.
have any clothes that I can wear, or at least try to?
You do not have a second set? You travel a lot, and you have only the one?
I actually probably do have another set of clothes in there.
And it would be in the bag of holding, right?
True.
So
So
it's safe.
I should be good. I just
Yeah.
I guess I'm wearing my silk clothes now. I'm wearing my desert clothes.
Ah, fancy man.
That's all I got.
To be fair, I think Laramentis has stayed in the clothes that we bought from the desert.
They're comfy and nice.
All right. If I am to commune, are there any other questions that we might wish to ask?
By the way, do we have any idea how we might, like, kill all the parasites in that tank? Because I don't think we should not kill them. I think we should kill them, every single one of them.
What if we poison the water that they're in?
That could work. I find that I do not think they can live very long without Elder Brain around, but could be wrong.
Yeah, you sure about that?
No?
Yeah, I still think we should kill him.
Alright. Will you
Uh,
cast a fireball into the pool?
I think the poison is a good idea. I know how to make poisons.
Okay.
I'll see if I can find some stuff around here to make a good poison.
I would prefer if you stay in one place.
Yeah, I'll do that
until
after the cleansing.
How large is the tank?
Pretty big.
I give dimensions.
It's like 100
If I
square
could
feet.
do-
You're gonna need a lot of poison, probably.
So it's like 1,600 square feet.
You're gonna need a lot of poison, probably.
Yeah, I certainly don't want to
More
use...
than you can probably make.
Hey, you don't know that. What kind of facilities does the mansion come with?
The best.
It's
You think it has-
80,000. Sorry, go ahead.
So you think it has barrels and stuff that I could use to make large batches of poison?
You would not be able to transport the barrels out, but if you wish for there to be barrels in there, then there will certainly be barrels.
Do we have a bucket or something that we could use to then transfer the poison from the barrels to the... that wouldn't disappear?
I don't think I possess a bucket.
I mean, you do have, yeah, just vials. You could craft a bucket.
Cyrus, could you make a bucket out of all of stone? Or maybe we could just make a funnel out of all of stone. From the mansion.
What?
He's way over here.
Why is Cyrus all the way over there?
I believe that's the children's corner over there.
Ah, I see. I look at Leah, and then I just look back at Vendar as I was doing. Were there any other questions that we wish to ask with Commune, since I'm about to take 11 minutes to do so? So we can be sure.
I'm just tired. I got nothing. And I'm wet. And I'm bleeding.
It's true. There are a lot of wet, bleeding people.
I'm getting myself more wet by bleeding.
It is an active effort. It has just come back to me that you do still have most of your day's travel that you intended to do ahead of you.
Yeah.
You traveled for about
Maybe
4 hours
I-
and then 2 hours out of your way, so you're gonna have to go 2 hours back. And then,
Oh. Sorry, continue.
and then the rest of your 8 hours of travel.
Thought we were on the tail end.
Does anyone know how the other guys are doing?
what? All that were with us?
I will telepath. Is everything all right in the tunnel?
Yes, Thala and I are fine. The Flumps seem happy. What did you do?
We destroyed a few illithids, and the Elder Brain appears to no longer be on this plane, although I am going to confirm that with a commune.
Oh, very good.
We did not destroy it, but...
Shall we join you, or are you going to be heading this way soon?
You should join us.
Very well. The Flumps insisted on coming.
To the Flumph, I will think, I guess. Is there a way to know if he is infected by... Have I seen one of these things?
I mean, there are a bunch of stabbed corpses of them around.
One of those, I point at one of the pieces of one of them.
They're the size of a leech, and they look like a leech. They're very, very tiny, and there are several dead ones on the ground, just husks at this point. They say,
You can detect them because they're aberrations. But once they're inside, they will just seem like the person. You should be wary. It is how they make more.
You have an idea how we might wipe out all the ones that are in the water over there?
Fire is effective.
Huh.
Told
So we
ya.
should just fireball them.
Cyrus,
would
fireball the enemies.
I would be careful because you might splash them out of the pool.
That is worrisome.
Can't you do the little magical force field around it and then blast it?
There would still be... We would need some kind of a hole in the thing to cast the fireball through. But most of that space could be
Delayed fireball.
I don't know that one.
I do.
That
Wait.
seems like a reasonable thing to do.
There you go.
Yeah.
Force field, delayed fireball.
So we can get rid of those, and I suppose throw the clothes that we need to destroy in there anyway. No, wait, we should leave them there, because I don't want to touch them. But we still have no good way of detecting the presence of aberrations.
I don't. Only we had a paladin.
I look at the paladin.
Raiken is busy carrying Talia, but then he heard the term paladin.
Do you happen to have
What?
a method of detecting the presence of aberrations?
I do not. I don't have it prepared.
you have a paladin feature.
It doesn't detect aberrations, though.
Divine Sense doesn't.
No.
Nope, just fiends and undead. And celestials, maybe.
Not detect good and
No, if
evil.
I wanted... Yeah, I'd need the tech. Good and evil, or evil
Yeah,
and good.
detect evil and good. Yeah, celestial fiend undead. That's weird. Anyway, so let's destroy those, and then I will commune to determine if Vendar is infected, and we will figure out.
And to be sure, Jebel, you're gonna have to get more comfortable with me. Come on. Come on over here.
Spread them.
Oh.
Roll the helicopter.
And I drop my underpants and toss them into the fire.
So Doral and I go and do the delayed fireball and wall of force thing, I believe.
Yes. You
and-
go. He conjures a bead, the inside of which appears to be made of flame, and he drops it into the water, and you see the water seethe around it as the surface is disturbed. You can see it looks as though there's schools of fish swimming frantically around, like a tank full of piranha that a piece of meat was just dropped into. And then he nods to you.
I cast my spell. My last 5th level spell.
You cover the pool in Wall of Force, and he waits a moment and then snaps his fingers, and you see the surface boil beneath the Wall of Force. You actually feel the ground beneath you quake as the force has nowhere to go. And after a moment, the steaming, frothing, still glowing water starts to calm, and you see little black carcasses floating to the surface until the glow is entirely hidden.
Hopefully that takes care of that.
Should have dropped more. Oh well. I think that nothing else. Good start. Maybe what the Dragonborn said is true. Maybe they'll die off without the Elder Brain. So, Jebel.
Yep.
Constitution
Gotta check
saving
my
throw.
crack.
Did Doral just use a spell?
Oh, Doral might not have wanted to do that.
So he takes 10 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, he maximized.
Isn't it per spell level?
It is D10 per spell level.
7d10.
God.
My shit on these fucking d10s.
Cyrus not taking the place of his father using Fireball.
You needed a delayed fireball.
Yeah, regular fireball wouldn't have done it. Damn, he is regretful of that.
So I don't think I actually knew about the wish. So I see him cast this and then just like racked with agony or something. Right?
Fucking nearly maximized. So, yeah.
Does he go down?
You do, see him, I guess it would have been over here, racked with agony as he goes down to one knee as he detonates the fireball. And you see his halfling form dissolve. You should make it a dexterity saving throw.
That was poor. I got 11.
Okay. You get pushed down on top of your wall of force.
So, like, he goes down, I'm like, are you okay? Boom!
Yeah. As this gold dragon explodes from the form of the halfling beside you. Alright, I'm checking if I have a gold dragon token already.
So the rest of us that's on land, what do we notice this?
Well,
There's a
you
loud sound.
and Raiken are, Raiken's consoling you over here. You are within visual range of it.
It all depends on if your head is still smushed into my chest.
Cyrus very much not. Rezym is. Vendar is. So, those of you, basically, everybody except, like, these NPCs that don't matter and Cyrus, do see the, this dragon, appear on this, structure. Great.
Yeah, as I noticed that, I would quickly just jump on my feet. Kind of like, as I get up, I kind of accidentally punch my Raiken in the chin with my shoulder. As I get up abruptly.
I mean, you're being held in his arms. He's standing at full height. So, like...
Are you standing?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was sitting.
No. So,
Well,
like I said, you're, like, swaddled in his arms as he's standing at full height. So, you can, like, be surprised, react to this, and, like, push yourself up abruptly, probably still punching him in the face, but, like, you're not going to be standing under your own power. You'll be in his arms still.
Alright.
It's okay. I think you're, -1 in strength?
Yeah.
So it does no damage.
No.
You suddenly shoot your head up and you bang your head on his chin and you take 5 damage.
Why can't I edit it? It's because I was not in the right...
Uh-oh.
That's big.
That's gonna push all of us.
And the dragon is quickly going to... you're going to see it kind of like clutch its chest with one arm and then flap its wings to move over to this side of the pool. Damn it.
What happened?
Overexerted myself.
I didn't know delayed blast fireball did that.
I'm going to take Sam away.
Okay.
So this dragon erupts from the form of the halfling, knocking you down, and then flying over. Says, "Damn it, I overexerted myself." To your inquiry, it then says, I used a wish spell earlier to restore the brain of Leah. And so, casting spells was godless, second nature to me. Not anticipate the consequences as I should have. I must not tell the others.
Do I understand what they mean by that?
Yes,
Okay.
you understand everything.
Okay. I understand. Is there anything that I can do to help you in any way?
Oh, the form I was using took most of the damage. I am not too badly hurt. I just need time to recompose myself. If you would be so kind as to distract the others until I can do so.
Very well.
I am sorry. You should not see me in such a state. She seems
I must say that I am surprised.
She seems infinitely more concerned about you seeing her in a weakened state than that she's been lying to you.
Mm-hmm. But after such powerful magics, it is not. It is not a surprising outcome to need to deal with things, and I can understand the thought of casting magic not being one that you would consider frequently.
She does turn her scarred eye towards you and says, "Please, he must not know. It would put him in much greater danger. Must continue thinking just any gold dragon."
I understand.
Not like being immortals. But you are a good sort, your crew. I shall need a bit of time, just some rest. Keep them occupied for me.
I will do what I can. I will make sure that they do not find out.
She's going to curl up on that side of the pool. Oh. You're in the pool, but you can jump and pull yourself up due to your height.
Yeah, I do so.
Or you could fly yourself out however you want to do it.
I cannot fly myself out. Do you want me to make the athletics check?
I believe that even without it, you get 3 feet in a standing high jump.
It's just based on your strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that with your
so
3 feet, your normal height, and then half your height again for your arm length, you easily make 10 feet.
Yeah. It's probably not a particularly easy thing to pull myself up, but with an 8 strength. But I probably managed to do it in an amount of time.
You can hear the heaving of the great chest of the dragon behind you. You can feel her eye on you as she curls around herself and watches you. I will bring us back.
Cool.
There we go.
And
Welcome
you
back.
climb up out of the pool back onto the edge.
I, breathe kind of heavily after the exertion from pulling myself up. And I go back down to join everyone else and say, things were taken care of. A good many shapes came to the surface underneath the wall of force. Hopefully it was all of them, but it was at least a good number, and if they aren't going to live long without the Elder Brain around anyway, then I feel like that's the best that we can do.
All of you notice that the...
Why is he a dragon now?
Casting spells after one uses wish in certain ways is a very straining task, and the strain was a bit too much after the damage that had been taken during the fight. He is resting a bit to recover the strength to turn back, and will be joining us shortly. In the meantime, we should, in case there are any other things, I would like to stay away and cast the commune if possible.
Cyrus, are you close enough to hear us talk?
I was waiting for a chance to speak. As soon as I would have heard him crying in pain, at least I assume that'd be audible in what I think is an echoey cave, I would come running over to try and find out what happened.
I would be able to see all that. Tristan, would I need to roll to see if I saw everything that happened up there? Or
I mean, with dark vision, you would have seen that the halfling exploded and became a dragon. And then it moved to the other side of the pool, away from the group.
Did it eclipse Laramendus? Did I see him up there?
Yeah, he was standing next to the halfling when it exploded.
And then the next moment that I was seen was me crawling back up over the
okay, so bridge. I just want to make sure I was able to see that. So, Laramendus, did you fall into the pool?
No, the wall of force was above the water. I fell onto the wall of force. It could be softer. I'll make a note of that next time I cast the spell.
But yes, what you all do notice is that the green glow of the pool seems to be gone. The ruins out in the water are not illuminated. And so the dragon, if it is outside of your dark vision, can't be seen, and if it is within, is just a dark shape out on the horizon.
Well, that takes care of that then.
But yeah, the dragon's beyond everyone's dark vision with the exception of Leah.
And possibly the drow.
They do not seem to show any more interest than they had earlier in any of the goings-on with your party.
Makes sense.
Maybe now.
The eye is gazing over towards it.
Well, maybe now we can rest a little bit.
Yes, we should probably rest a bit while I cast the spell.
Back to it. We gotta make sure I'm clean.
To Cyrus, I will turn and say, he is fine. Just needs a moment.
Are you sure? That sounded pretty bad.
As I said, the halfling form took the brunt of things, which was more surprising than anything else.
So you're sure he'll be all right?
Yes.
If he wasn't, I'm pretty sure he would have came and got me then.
If healing had been necessary, I would have gone and fetched someone capable of that, yes.
Well, Aaron says over the bond, while signing at Thala, "What shall we do now?"
I'm about to cast Commune, and then I believe that will give Doral time to rest, and then I think that we should be on our way.
Okay. Our plans for travel do allow for a couple breaks, but don't want to be making too many or we'll lose ground.
Can we maybe do a short rest before we leave? A lot of us pretty fucked up.
That is what I understood you wanted. Why are you still naked?
Roll the helicopter.
Roll the helicopter.
Cyrus, are you still or not Cyrus? Jebel, are you still?
I rolled a 3. I rolled a 3.
It's the poorest helicopter you've ever performed. Just can't.
It does manage to whack Jebel though.
I mean,
Slapped him right
but
in the
like
face.
you're rolling performance, right? You have a charisma bonus.
Yeah, I mean, is it performance?
Hey, yeah, that's fair.
Okay, then it's a 7.
It's a 7.
Actually, no, yeah, I don't have proficiency in performance, so it's a 7.
It's still not the most impressive helicopter you've ever performed. It's a little off kilter. It's because the water was cold.
Shrinkage.
Sorry, it's a little too big. It's kind of hard to do it.
Roll bluff.
He is trained in that one.
Oh, I got a nat 20.
Everyone believes you.
I got a 34 deception. My dick is normally huge.
Must be a grower, not a shower.
The drow don't really know what to make of this. Irin just is sort of like rubbing the bridge of his nose. Thala has turned away completely, and you can kind of see him like rubbing the back of his head like, oh my god.
After the chat. Oh my god, that's great.
Mikikaza's just staring at the ceiling.
So my intended questions were if any of us are infected by the creatures that spawn, create new. I don't know how to phrase this.
Brain leeches make new illithids.
Sure. Question 1. Question 2 is the elder brain that had previously, or that had recently been in that location on this plane of existence.
Can we ask if they can survive without the Elder Brain?
We would need to be a bit more specific. I can ask, can they survive for longer than X amount of time without the Elder Brain or a host? I don't know what would be a reasonable amount of time for me to ask. A day?
We couldn't just ask if they would die without the Elder Brain?
Everything will die eventually.
Good point. Will they die without being in contact with the Elder Brain? Or will that cause them to die, is it?
They were very much alive when we blew them up.
Well, there's also the question was, will they survive if they find a host?
That was, can they survive longer than a day without the Elder Brain or a host?
Oh, sorry.
I assume that the Elder Brain is not necessary for them to survive if they have a host. Is it? I asked the Floomphs.
I wasn't big.
If the things have infected something, the Elder Brain would no longer be necessary for the survival of the things, the leech things.
No.
Right.
Once they have entered our new host, then they become their own creature.
Do you know if they can survive in the brine in the water there without the Elder Brain?
They will survive for a while.
We took care of that with the fireball.
Boom.
So, we probably shouldn't have to worry about them now, right? Because we killed them.
Hopefully. I feel if there isn't a pressing third question that anyone wants to ask, I am going to make sure that find out if it is more or less than a day.
More.
Then I will use the question to find out if it is more or less than 2 days.
I'm confused.
Is this about survival still?
Of the leeches.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
It would be a number of days, perhaps weeks, but not longer.
Maybe we should go a couple weeks then, or maybe a month.
It depends on the nutrients in the pool. If you blew them up, it will be less.
Maybe throw some purple worm poison in the pool.
That's not worth it. We have a very limited amount of that.
But it is powerful.
Before the wall of force would be up, I would telepath about the wall of force. Like I would give a minute on the wall of force before my concentration drop. I think it's 10 minutes of concentration.
Okay, you're sending this to the party so that everybody, including the dragon, knows?
Yes.
Okay.
Just so that there was not a, and splash.
I mean, he is up on the stairs around it. He wasn't... I've got him... He's just large.
Yeah. But I just want to make sure that, it is known when that drops.
Yeah. Oh, in case he tried to walk back.
Yeah. Don't expect it to be there when it's not there.
Gotcha.
Just wanted to make sure that was said. Okay, so I'll ask if the ones in that particular pool will live longer than a week. Yes?
Yes to me or yes to the party?
To the party.
Sounds
A
good.
week sounds, yes, better than a day, I think.
That's fine.
So after my concentration on Wall of Force ends, I will begin the ritual to cast Commune.
Okay. You give everybody the necessary warning, you begin casting.
Takes 11 minutes. Or is it? Yeah, 11 minutes.
You, Vendar, notice squeakers on top of your head is like pawing around in your hair. Seeming like he's like trying to make a nest and get comfy. And then you hear a crunch and a hiss.
We need to shave him.
Hey, I will carefully, I'll take Squeakers and I'll put him down, and then I'll scrub at my hair trying to make sure there's nothing in it.
You do not feel anything in your hair. Squeakers is still chewing on a leech. You see he, as you are raking your fingers through your hair repeatedly in both directions, it eventually drops the body of this tadpole and, like, gives you a thumbs up.
Good job, Squeakers.
He, like, bounds up your naked body, which prickle pains as the little claws grip into your skin. But goes up on your shoulder and holds out its forepaw in front of you.
Holds up his forepaw in front of me.
He wants a high five.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'll give him a high five. Good job.
He gets a high five. He squeaks enthusiastically.
Yeah.
And then curls up on your shoulder.
I sure hope there are no more of those on me.
Roll a charisma check. Just straight charisma.
Just charisma.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm +4 in charisma because my hat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not wearing my hat right now, am I?
D20 plus 4.
So 18.
18. You get this odd sense. You feel like the ferret looking at you. You can almost. You feel like it's trying to tell you something, and you just you get this sense of, like, comfort from it, like it's telling you, yeah, it's okay.
Good.
Just
Thank
this
you.
serenity on the face of the ferret as it continues to wind up and curl up on your shoulder.
Well, then if I then can be reasonably certain that I don't have any more on me,
Mm-hmm.
and that there aren't any on the backpack, I made sure that there aren't any on the bag of holding.
Yep. You seem like you feel like you've checked everything and found them all.
Okay.
And Squeaker
And
seems to be confirming that in the weirdest way. You can't really explain it. You just feel like you understand.
Okay, that makes me feel safe. I'll take my clothes, my extra set of clothes out of my bag of holding and put them on.
Okay, you get dressed. Larmendus, your ritual's ready.
Okay, so my questions are any of, and I list the people in the party,
Mm-hmm.
Infected by the parasites that are used to create new illithids?
Alright. The cave rumbles as a celestial voice responds. Raiken, you hear the word no.
Said no.
Excellent. Is the elder brain that had been in that pool a given amount of time ago that it was in there? On this plane of existence?
Again, the room rumbles with a celestial voice that booms out, no.
No again.
Will any living parasites in that pool there survive longer than a week?
No.
Again.
Thank you.
Good. Then. And after we've made sure that my armor is cleansed, I will put my armor back on.
Place your armor back on. It's strange to be wearing it over your silken clothes. A little overly warm. You miss your old clothes. They were dark and stealthy. These are not.
I'll need to buy some new clothes when we get... maybe I can just steal them off an enemy drow or something.
Possibly. And then you take an hour's rest. All of you may spend hit dice if you wish. You regain the use of short rest powers. Throughout the time, Aaron and Thala are patrolling, and the Flumps are drifting about contentedly.
For the hit die, can I roll one at a time and decide if I want
Yes.
to keep rolling?
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can. So you will roll. You add your con mod to each die. So you can roll one, add your con mod, and go. Okay, I want to roll another. Roll that one, add your con mod again. See if you want to roll more. Just stop when you want to stop. Remember, each die gets your con modifier.
Okay, I am back up to full with 2 spent. I am also going to do Arcane Recovery and get back 7 levels of spells that are 5th level or lower.
Wait, short rest. Rolled 2 9s in a row, not bad. And a 10. Well,
I spent 10 hit dice to get 90 hit points.
Dang.
oof.
I got 2 first, a second, and a third for the spells that I took back.
I spent 8 to get 74 hit points.
I was down 12.
Yeah. I didn't get hurt until it started grabbing me, and then it fucked me up.
It beat the shit out of you, man.
Oh,
It
yeah.
did. It beat the crap out. I was pretty close to dead.
There's no shame in how beat up you got up, because that monster was designed to beat people up. And you were just its only target.
I should also mention I spent the last 2 charges of the Noma Shroud of Healing. I got 9 hit points out of it.
Okay. Yeah, Rezym
Ah.
spent 4 hit dice in order to gain 44 hit points. Got about 11 per hit die.
I got as much as was possible. but that's kind of a given.
I did roll like 5 7s though, which is pretty good, because 7 and 8.
Yeah, that's not bad. He rolled an 8, 2 9s, and a 10 on d10s.
Nice.
Technically, one of us died today.
I used 9. I got 5 7s, 2 6s, a 4, and a 5.
Still pretty good overall. Beat your average.
Yep.
I used 7 hit die to get 57 points.
Oof.
I mean, to be fair, that's still half level, so.
I mean, yeah, I was stopping
the 7 will
at
come back.
half no matter what. I'm only 10 points shy of being max.
I could have just spent half, but meh. I'd rather have some health.
I kind of missed the discussion. Are we going to take a long rest after the short, or are we just short resting and then moving on?
We need to short rest and move on. We have time before we need to take, or before we are able to take a long rest. We need to get closer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, in that case, I'm gonna use some hit dice as well.
Yeah, it's probably the most important time we've ever needed the hit dice.
I have a whole feat dedicated to hit dice. I don't get to use it that often. But it's useful when I get to.
Still, it'd be better if we didn't have more combat, seeing as our spells are pretty much gone.
I mean, theirs might be. I still have plenty, actually.
Yeah,
This is
Lairs
the
used most of
depleted
his spells.
Laramentus has been in a very long time. I did get some back.
It's amazing how few spells you spend when you spend the entire fight unconscious.
You did barely help that fight.
I took damage. That helps.
Oh, so mean.
You also did damage to a teammate.
And just an NPC. It wasn't one of you.
Oh, by the way, you're feeling better now.
Oh, good. So then I'll apologize to Rezym and say I wasn't feeling myself.
He's going to kind of squint at you with his one good eye. He's going to look pretty pissed off. Then he's going to crack a big smile and say, "These creatures, they get inside your head, no."
Don't remind me.
Most unpleasant.
You're going to hear a sploosh. And the gnome Doral is going to come swimming back over toward the group. Looking...
The gnome now.
What did I say? Gnome? Halfling. Halfling Doral.
The gnome walks up and is like, looks at Cyrus and is like, ah, shit.
Wrong one. Fuck. They all look the same to me.
Forgot which kid I was with.
It turns out you're not special. He's got dozens and dozens of children.
Turns up he's a kangaroo.
I mean, honestly, with how old he is, it's entirely possible. At least how old I would assume he is.
Oh, yeah, but most races aren't that long-lived.
He's actually Ego from Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Are you one of my special children? Well, now you get to be a battery.
I mean, someone already has tried to use me as a battery, so it wouldn't be the first time.
If I had a nickel.
He comes back over and says, if we're ready to depart, I think that we should probably try and make up for lost time.
Doral, you took that much damage because you're healing me?
I really shouldn't be casting any spells for the next couple days. Well, it's a hard habit to get out of.
Does that include
Sorry.
cantrips?
Cantrips count.
We'll do our best to make sure you don't have to.
Does it include your fire breath?
Not a spell.
Well, at least you have that.
Yeah. Last time I used that, I think I almost burned down one of your friends.
He looks... Okay, yeah, you have a point.
Any event. Sorry for that, show of weakness.
No. I'm sorry that you had to go through that because of me.
I'm just glad you're alright. That the mission hasn't been put in peril.
Yeah, time to go fight much less scary things.
Yukikaze, did you heal?
Heal with dice?
Yeah, for a short rest?
No, I haven't yet.
You should.
Yes.
And you get all of your... so, click the short rest button at the top of your sheet. It'll open it up. Roll some dice until you're satisfied about your health. Then mark off the number that you rolled. Then click the short rest button twice. And it'll reset all of your short rest skills for you.
Yeah, I remember.
That way you don't have to keep track of spent and unspent stuff. Go uncheck all of your, So you'll be getting all your,
Everything back.
Yeah. Leah, are you still, clinging to Raiken / letting him hold you?
Yeah, no. During the short rest, I will be moving around a little.
Okay. Okay. So, once Malachi gives me that he's no longer bloodied, I think we'll call it there as you prepare to leave the area. The Floomps are going to stay here and drift about. They are going to thank you, their varied voices, for removing the threat.
I'm glad that the area is safe, at least for now.
As they drift about, you just hear one of them say, "We will remain vigilant for more intruders like them. Hopefully, more adventurers like yourself will be nearby." Alright. So, we'll gather back up. You're not naked anymore.
Is that what the triangle means now?
That's what the triangle meant. So much death.
I will recast telepathic bond before we head out, just so we have that again.
I'm not bloody. I picked how much I wanted.
Okay, cool. Then, with that, the party is getting back on the road toward the city of Onyx.
Hooray.
And we will call it there.
Cool. XP?
Thanks.
There better be some XP after that.
I mean, you died, so like.
You just got reset to 0. Sorry, you're now just an NPC. You don't have a level yet.
Yeah,
That's
you
the-
gain 2 negative levels.
The intellect of our gets all my XP.
Alright.
Yeah, that's how we get brain golems. They just, intellect powers kill enough humans or
They level up.
common races.
It's one of the things that they pick at level 3.
Gotta do calculating here.
You gonna type it in chat, Tristan?
Yes, I'm gonna type it in chat.
Okay.
Why is it... Where are my parentheticals? Oh, you're kidding me. Ran Golem. Hold that out. Here is Alar. That's pretty good. Plus guys, there were two of them. And yeah, there was a lot of stuff in this fight. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that did it. Okay. Everybody's going to be receiving 4,100 EXP.
4,100?
Yep.
Ooh.
I think that'll level me.
I am now resistant to the damage of spells, and I have advantage on saving throws against spells.
Cheer. I just
Ding.
get wings.
I love abjuration so much.
Are you finally gonna be a dragon boy?
You'll... I think. Yeah. Oh, that's one too many zeros. 1 second. There
I
we
will
go.
never understand why Dhampir is a race but Sorcerer is a class.
Because I didn't want to go back to, like, first edition race classes.
They did with Dhampir?
They did.
Yeah, Dhampir's a race.
And, like, levels, like a class.
No, but its power source is identical to a Sorcerer. It's a
Oh,
bloodline thing.
weird.
What's a dump here?
Dhampir is it's a type of vampire. It's Blade. It's Blade.
Half
It's
human.
a
half
Daywalker vampire.
Oh,
Vampire Hunter D.
Eh.
It sounds like a
Blade.
Pokemon.
Alright.
Dump here.
I mean, it probably is. Everything's Pokemon.
I need to pick new spells now.
Alright, well, with that, it sounds like a few people have leveled. Ding. which is awesome.
Ping.
We will see you all next week, same time, same place.
Same Raiken.
Everybody loves Raiken.
Not the same Leah, though.
Wait, where's the XP?
4100, it's in the ping.
4100.
Oops. Oh, I left the channel, but I didn't end the stream. I clicked the wrong button.